Hello guys, welcome back. This is RandoGEEK. Alright, so we have an update here regarding AT&T, and the update is concerning the ongoing issue that we keep hearing about. For those of you that don't remember, I don't know how you could forget this because it was pretty much all over everywhere, but AT&T along with Verizon were accused of having lead cables that they were aware of. And they were accused of not taking care of the issue. And the concern was that this was going to put many people at health risk. So big thing here, right? And it was very bad for both AT&T and Verizon regarding their stocks. AT&T's stock was trending terribly. It was in a downward spiral, very bad, to where AT&T had at one point was showing the lowest trend in a very, very long time. So AT&T stock has not done that bad in such a very long time. So there was big concerns about that. And then, we were hearing a lot about how AT&T would be paying millions upon millions possibly to clean up the mess. So we have a little bit of an update here. The link for the article will be down below in the description. It's from Reuters. So the headline here is AT&T says tests at some lead cable sites show no public health risk. All right. So AT&T CEO said on Wednesday tests conducted at several sites where the telecom operator abandoned lead-clad cables decades ago have shown no risks of a public health crisis. So the company and Verizon, which have faced questions about the cables since the Wall Street Journal reported in July that the telecom firms left behind a network of underground toxic lead cables which might have contaminated water and soil. So there was a statement made by John Stankey. He says, "I said early on in this, and I'll still say today, we don't believe that there's a public health crisis right now." Now, he said this during the Goldman Sachs Communicopia Plus Technology Conference. So the tests conducted by the likes of the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency and the state of New York at some of the sites mentioned in the journal article, including Lake Tahoe, have concluded that there was no threat to public health, he said. All right, so there was another statement that says, "We'll make adjustments if something suggests that we need to make an adjustment," he said, adding that the company was working with regulators on the cables. So that was another message from John. It's not clear in the article there, but that was also from John. So, they also went on to say that that AT&T says that the lead cables made up only a small part of its wireline network, which we discussed on this channel as well. So good to see, though, that, some of the, testing that was done shows that there is no issue here, that AT&T is telling the truth, partially at least at this time, that there's no public health risk containing any toxic lead. So that's very good news for the carrier, very good news for the public, And John is standing by his word saying that they don't believe that there's any issues. So, only time will tell, right, as more investigating goes on, more research. I hope they're right, I really do. It could be a lot of it was just trying to manipulate the market, Wall Street Journal stirring the pot. It's the world we live in today. Okay, unfortunately, everything is upside down. There's no other way to put it. You don't know who to trust anymore. The news is not really reliable. I don't want to get into a whole thing like that, but many of you would agree everything we hear is not everything that's true. You got to pretty much be able to recognize when you're being lied to, and anything that concerns these wireless carriers, pretty much they're just like any other big business. They make mistakes. They do things that aren't always right, but they are also victims in some ways because they're easy targets, should I say. Anything like this, one of these new also, easy market manipulation. You saw what happened to their stocks, tumbled. Okay, AT&T took the biggest whack around you could ever see. Luckily, it's doing a little better now, but I mean that's all it takes is a little bit of a rumor to really just you know to hurt these companies. So we'll see, guys. Feel free to let me know down below what you think of this whole situation. Do you think that some of these tests are going to come back negative for AT&T? How many of these tests do you think will come back negative? Did you believe this story at all? Did you find it like always a click and bait kind of thing, made up, or just a way to manipulate the market? Let me know down below your thoughts on the whole situation. Between AT&T, Verizon's also heavily involved in this, so it's not just AT&T. Although AT&T would be the one to pay the most if multiple tests came back where they did have toxic leads, because they've been laying these cables for years, right? They've been around the longest. They've been the biggest, for a long time. So, if there is lead in these cables, it's going to be theirs. Verizon, not so much, but still enough. So, either way, we will see. More test results will obviously come out. More updates will come out. As we get those updates, we'll definitely share them with you. I want to thank you guys for stopping by and watching, and we'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.